from the station that's on your side. This is Channel 7 News Daybreak.
Well, I'm sure you brought your jacket out at some point this week, even if you're from the north. Usually the colder weather means bringing more viruses, or actually, does it? Is that just something we associate with colder weather? Baptist Health Dr. David Gerson with Sherwood Family Medical Center is here with all the answers this morning, including maybe debunking the myth of the fact that colder weather and viruses go hand in hand. Is that something that we just associate because of the cold, or is it something that really has a lot of scientific
data? Christmas time tends to happen during winter time, right? Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So the rhinovirus, which is the cold virus, spring and fall, flu spikes in the winter. So everyone thinks it's cold. That the cold causes it. It's not. It's just that's what the virus. It's the time of year the virus likes to pop up.
Okay.
What's interesting is we see. Do we get sicker in cold weather? And so there have been lots of studies, and you have lots of academics tell you this is why it happens. We really don't know, but we have some suspicions. So when it's colder, we think the viruses thrive better. They live at a cooler temperature. When it gets hotter, they don't exist. They just can't survive. Okay. So that's why it doesn't spike in the summertime. Also, the air quality as far as humidity and dryness. Dry air, the viruses do a lot better. Humidified air, they don't do so well. So that's why you say, hey, get a bedside vaporizer when you get cold. There is something to that besides just making you feel better and kind of loosening up the phlegm. The humidity and warmer air does tend to kill those viruses.
Okay, well, that's good. Another thing, too, I'm sure that contributes to that is in the fall, school.
Yes.
In the winter, we're inside more, you're not outside as often. That's got to be a part of it, right?
So we've got a couple studies, and it's sort of like the duh studies. So when it gets colder, we're all inside, we're all congregating closer in, but also we're closing our windows, we're turning on the heat, and so that air, that recirculating, we're not getting that fresh air to move that out, so those viruses can kind of replicate and just stay in that area. And so that's the reason why it's more just when you're cold, you gather in groups, and so those groups tend to spread viruses quicker.
Okay, I'm sure you get asked this all the time, even when you're not at work. What's going around right now? What do folks need to be aware of?
So we were kind of talking a little earlier. What we've been lucky this year is we haven't had that spike of the flu. We saw a little bit of a weird atypical spike in the flu last year in September, and then the classic December, February. We haven't seen that. There's been a lot of fear about it, and the good news is we've been really pushing hard with the flu shot, so that's been great. What we're seeing now mostly is sinuses, sinusitis. Believe it or not, allergies still, because now people, remember we talked about turning on those heaters, that air coming out, people getting the dust and those kinds of things. And then there's been some GI, some stomach stuff going around. But we haven't seen a lot of flu, thank goodness.
Okay, and hopefully that trend continues.
Yes, crossing our fingers.
Yes, we are. Thank you so much, Dr. Gerson. You can always contact Baptist Health at the number on your screen or go to baptist-health.com.